Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Pub Trivia Experience. My name is Chris, and we are gathered here tonight for our second rendition of the Ultimate Hot Seat Challenge. For those that don't know, the old school hot seat, the OG hot seat, was 45 minutes, and the contestants could take one time out in that time frame, with the goal of just seeing if they could survive without going crazy. The Ultimate Hot Seat Challenge is 60 minutes, and there's no breaks. We're going to keep on pumping through no matter what happens in that 60 minutes. Let's go ahead. Let's meet our contestant. Ironically, we have another Mike here. It was Turner the first time. Mike Mott, my friend, how you doing? What are you drinking?
Chris, I'm doing well. Finally thawing off after the weather we've had here the past couple days. It got down to 7 degrees 2 days ago.
There was snow?
There was no snow. We did have snow about 2 weeks ago, but it fortunately melted pretty quickly. This time there was no snow. It was just frigid. But they did. They closed schools or they did a 2-hour delayed start because of cold. They were like, it needs to be at least 20 degrees before we're opening this thing.
Oh, God, love the South.
But yeah, I'm doing well. But it is those times that I definitely miss the Florida weather a little bit. Not that y'all have had it easy either.
It's 40 degrees outside, Mike.
Yeah, I know. That's cold for real. As far as what I am drinking, I am representing local again. I got another beer from the Straight to Ale Brewing Company. I can't remember if I've had this on the podcast before, but it's called the Unobtainium. It is an old ale aged in bourbon barrels, 10.1% ABV. Got a little beer on the microphone, which is always nice. That hits the spot.
You have had it on the show before, and every time you have it, I'm like, I want that. I want to obtain that. Now, my turn. It's my stout weather, and this has become a favorite of mine. I've had it on one of the shows before, but this is from Angry Chair Brewing. This is
boom, 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 boom,
Infinite Dunks. It is a cookies and cream stout.
Oof.
It is freaking delicious.
Oh, that sounds good.
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers. And I'll go ahead and mention it now since I mentioned it to you right before we started the recording. I have my beer fridge off to my immediate right, and within reach, I have some other beers, and one that I imagine I'll probably get to at some point during the Ultimate Hot Seat is a coffee stout from the Fairhope Brewing Company, which is a town in Lower Alabama. It's actually where one of my supervisors at work is from. And I'd never had a beer from this brewery, and I saw it in the store and picked it up, and it may be the best coffee stout that I've ever had. It is really, really fantastic. So I'm hopefully going to get to that at some point during this recording too. But this one doesn't go down super easy, being a bourbon aged and 10.1%. But I have a feeling with an hour nonstop barrage, I'll probably get there.
I'll give a shout out to a brewery up in Westerly, Rhode Island called Gray Sail Brewing. Wonderful, awesome brewery. They actually sell pizza there too. It's great.
Nice.
But the best coffees that I ever have, they use a local company up there called Dave's Coffee to make their own coffee stout. Insanely good.
Nice.
I have to hit that place. I go back to Rhode Island to see family. I go back to Rhode Island to drink that beer. It's 50-50. So let's jump into it, Mike. 60 minutes on the clock.
Let's do it.
A nonstop barrage of trivia questions and answers. I have got 1 hour. Here we go after I read your first question. Mike, the caduceus, a staff entwined with 2 serpents, is the symbol for which profession?
Is that the medical profession?
That is medical, correct. Next question. Which Smashing Pumpkins song was originally recorded and done by Fleetwood Mac?
Oh my gosh. I just never thought I'd hear this question phrased in this way. Landslide.
Landslide is correct. All right.
Who thinks of that as a Smashing Pumpkins song? I mean, I know they did the song, but anyway.
The name of a famous grocery brand Spam is a combination of ham with which other word?
I always forget this. Is it spiced?
Spiced is correct.
Okay.
Which type of tree has knobby knees that grow above the ground?
Oh man, I suck at tree types.
It's the roots that kind of look like knees when they come up. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I absolutely know what you're talking about, but I'm just bad with tree types. I'll say hickory. I don't think it's right.
Unfortunately, not. This would be cypress. Cypress
Cypress.
tree.
Okay.
Mike, the position of a long snapper plays a key but understated role in which sport?
Football. American football.
American football is correct. Mike, which branch of the U.S. military was founded most recently?
Space Force.
Space Force is correct. Thank you, Steve Carell. Which professional wrestler was known as the eighth wonder of the world?
Oof. I'm gonna guess Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giant is correct. Which American sweet treat features layers of roasted marshmallows and chocolate between graham crackers?
S'mores.
S'mores is correct.
Killing me, Smalls.
Featured on a joking telling apron, Dijon Vu is defined as, quote, the feeling you've had this before. What is this?
Mustard?
Mustard is correct.
It's interesting. Okay.
Sometimes they are that simple. Mike,
Yeah.
which Las Vegas hotel built by Bugsy Siegel and Mayor Lansky was the first entirely owned by an organized crime syndicate?
Oh, which one? Oh, shit. The Mirage?
No, it'd be the Flamingo.
Flamingo was stuck in my head, but anyway.
It's all right. Mike, which of these singers was never a guest star on an episode of Will and Grace? Cher, Gloria Gaynor, or Mariah Carey?
Oof. Interesting. I do not know. I'm going to say she would have had to. I'll say Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey is a correct answer. Mike, what was the name of the Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver who changed his name to match his jersey number?
You want the old name, new name? Chad Ochocinco Johnson. I'll just give you the whole thing.
Chad Ochocinco or Chad Johnson is correct. I would have accepted either. Mike, name the 4 major tennis tournaments.
U.S. Open, Australian Open, French Open, and Wimbledon.
That is correct.
Can't believe I was forgetting Wimbledon for a second. I was like,
how is Wimbledon last?
Exactly. I'm like, well, because I was thinking of all the opens, and it's like, it's not the Wimbledon Open.
Mike, true or false? Tang was invented as a beverage for astronauts.
I mean, it was popularized as a beverage for astronauts, but I didn't think that was what it was invented for. So I'll say false.
That is a correct answer. False it is. Stay Puft is a brand of marshmallows inspired by which 80s film?
Oh, gosh, if I don't get this. Ghostbusters.
I already wrote down your point.
I figured.
Mike, how many of Snow White's 7 dwarves have names that end in Y?
Sleepy, happy, grumpy, dopey, sneezy. 5.
5 is correct. Bashful and Doc not on the list.
Nope.
Which trio of letters sponsored the first episode of Sesame Street back in 1969?
Oh, gosh.
Was it AFT, WSE, or OMG?
What was the second one?
WSE.
I'm going to say that one, WSE.
Whiskey Sierra Echo is a correct answer.
I would have thought it would have been PBS.
That would have made sense. All right, Mike, which artist had the fastest selling album of 2015, moving 3.38 million copies in its first week of release?
And you're not going to give me the name of the album. Damn. I'm going to guess Adele.
Adele is a correct answer.
I was remembering.
Why would I give you the name of the album You're going to get the answer right anyway.
Well, it was going to be 25. I was trying to remember it because I'm pretty sure I bought that album for Nikki, and that was around that time. That's why I was pretty sure. Anyway.
Sorry, Mike. In the song Night Moves, Bob Seger sings about the back seat of which 1960s vehicle?
Shoot. Does he just say Chevy? Do I need to be more specific than Chevy?
Chevy is all. I believe Chevy is all he said.
Okay, I thought he gave a specific year, but I could be wrong.
I think it was a 67 Chevy.
I had 67 Chevy in my head, but I didn't know. I didn't want to give it without if I didn't need to.
Well, good. Mike, in 2007, Barry Bonds broke Hank Aaron's career home run record. Which team was he playing for when he did that?
San Francisco Giants.
San Francisco Giants is correct. Which reality show judge and singer got his start singing "It Had to Be You" in the movie When Harry Met Sally?
Oh, Harry Connick Jr.
Harry Connick Jr. is correct. Which of these 1981 hits would best be described as a power ballad? Don't Stop Believing, I Don't Need You, or There's No Getting Over Me?
I don't know the other two. I don't really think of it as a power ballad, but I'll say Don't Stop Believing.
Don't Stop Believing is a correct answer.
Really? All right.
Which African-American actor won the Oscar for Best Actor in 2002, a feat that had not occurred since Sidney Poitier in 1963?
Denzel
Washington is correct.
Halle Berry won that year, too.
She did. All right. Which bridge was at the center of a scandal involving New Jersey Governor Chris Christie?
Shit. I don't remember the bridge. Brooklyn Bridge.
No, that'd be the George Washington Bridge.
Washington Bridge, okay.
Mike, Muscatel, Muscatel, is a sweet-flavored type of what?
Muscatel. All I'm thinking of is Muscatine, Iowa. Thank you, Brian Nash. Muscatel. I don't know. Pass. Grape.
I wish you would. You're so close. I wish you would have followed that down because I always tell Brian, Muscatine, Iowa reminds me of what? Muscadine wine. Wine is what we're looking for.
Dang. Okay. You do say that.
Grapes.
Shit.
You were close with grapes. Mike, in a Carlo Collodi tale, what protagonist turns into a donkey and is sold to a circus owner?
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio is correct. Covering almost the entire body and marketed towards Muslim women, this portmanteau is a style of swimsuit and it was originally developed by Ahida Zanetti of Australia, yet it's technically neither of the words that make up the portmanteau.
Neither a burqa nor a bikini. It is the burkini.
Burkini is correct. In a website address, what punctuation marks immediately precede the www?
://
That is correct.
I love how I covered up the URL at the top of my browser. It's not even on there.
Oh my lord. Yeah, mine isn't either. How about
trying to be honest? Yep.
In a nod to one of Facebook's most iconic features, a couple in 2011 gave their newborn daughter which first name?
Like or like. I'm guessing. Is it not like?
I have subcoastal.
You have what?
Subcoastal, which makes no sense. That cannot be the correct answer. This spreadsheet must have got a little mixed up there. So we're going to take that off. We're going to move to the next question.
Okay. I'm Mike, not familiar with that Facebook feature.
I am not either. Mike, which park opened first? Disneyland, Disney World, or Universal Studios Hollywood?
Ooh, Disneyland's got to be first.
Disneyland was definitely first. It was it proved the theory right.
Right.
All right, Mike. What flag is yellow and white and features two crossed gold keys that were mentioned in the New Testament? So which country's flag is yellow and white and features 2 crossed gold keys that were mentioned in the New Testament?
Ew. Vatican City?
Vatican City's correct.
Wag. I guess an
Next up,
EAG.
a contestant on the 2012 season of Celebrity Apprentice, Dee Snider, rose to fame as the frontman of which band?
Twisted Sister.
I already wrote the point down for
Yep.
you. Mike, which Supreme Court justice earned the nickname Notorious RBG?
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg is correct. Which weight loss focused company was founded in the early 1980s in Melbourne, Australia by a woman and her husband?
I guess Weight Watchers?
No, that'd be Jenny Craig.
Oh, man. Oh, Craig was her husband. I always thought her name was just Jenny Craig. Interesting.
Mike, what are you afraid of if you suffer from acrophobia?
Heights.
Heights is correct. Do not go see a Lin-Manuel Miranda musical. Which city claimed victory in the first Baseball World Series back in 1903?
I'm still reeling from how bad your last joke was. But it was Boston. They were the Americans at the time.
The Boston Americans is correct. That joke was very, very bad, and I stand by it.
In the Heights.
Washington Heights. All right, Mike. Finally closed in 2010, Chicago's notorious Carbini Green housing projects were the setting of which 70s sitcom?
Ooh. We've had the word notorious in like 2 of the last 5 questions, which is interesting. Sorry, this is where your brain goes. Let's 70s sitcom, man. Chicago. Sanford and Son.
Oh no, Good Times is what we're looking for.
Good Times. There. Okay.
All right. Taken from Leave It to Beaver. The label, what character gives her name to a label that is often used as the description of a perfect housewife?
June Cleaver?
Is it June or Judy Cleaver?
I thought it was June. I could be completely wrong.
I will go in and look that one back up. I'm going to give you the point for now, and I'll take it away later if I have to. Mike.
All right.
What play was John Wilkes Booth interrupting when he assassinated President Lincoln?
Our American Cousin.
Our American Cousin is correct.
You suckdologizing man trap.
Are you proud of that?
I am.
Okay, you should be. Which platinum-haired powerhouse fronted the group Blondie?
Debbie Harry.
Debbie Harry is correct. Mike, which type of alcohol is used in a margarita?
Tequila.
Tequila is correct. All right. Moving right along. Before the sparkly teen heartthrob vampires of Twilight, there was an interview with a vampire, a movie based on a book written by whom?
Anne Rice.
Anne Rice is correct. Often found in cafes throughout the Middle East, a hookah is an ancient device traditionally used to do what?
Smoke.
Smoke what?
Tobacco.
Smoke tobacco is correct. In the Suzanne Collins series of novels, who is the master of ceremonies for The Hunger Games?
Oh, jeez. I read all these books. There's no way I'm going to be able to pull the name of the master of ceremonies.
Be Caesar Flickerman.
Okay. Yeah, I would not have pulled that.
Tucci in the movies?
It's Stanley Tucci. I can picture him, but I just couldn't have pulled the name.
All right, Mike, starring Bruce Willis, the 2010 film Red features CIA agents who are, well, exactly what Red stands for. What does Red stand for?
I think it's Retired Extremely Dangerous.
Retired Extremely Dangerous is correct.
Red, red, red.
Red, red wine. Mike, WWJD was a popular item to have emblazoned on your shirt, bracelet, or other jewelry in the 90s. What did it stand for?
What would Jesus do?
I have We Want Jack Daniels. I'll give you the points anyway. Probably err on the side of Jesus on that one.
Yeah.
Mike, whose free fall from a space capsule in 2012 broke the sound barrier for the first time by a human without power?
Wow.
Whose free fall from a space capsule in 2012 broke the sound barrier for the first time by a human without power?
Shoot. What's that guy's name? I think I'm going to know it when you say it, but I'm not pulling it.
His name was Felix Baumgartner.
Okay. Not who I was thinking of, but I'll try and file that one away. That's a cool fact.
Mike, in which U.S. state is the largest U.S. national park located?
It's got to be Alaska.
Alaska is correct. Introduced in the 50s, the first Swanson frozen TV dinners were ready to eat in how many minutes? Within 5 either way.
Jeez. Ready to eat in 8 minutes.
No, 25.
Oh, jeez. Okay. I guess this predates science ovens, so that's a fair point.
All right, moving right along. I'm going to say that just to piss off Jay because it's fun. Which TV show, only available through a streaming service, won the most Emmys in 2018?
Oh my gosh. TV show only available for streaming service 2018. Maybe that was like Jane the Virgin time frame. I don't know. That's a guess.
Not a bad guess. We're looking for the marvelous Miss Maisel.
Oh, okay. Yep. That's around that time too.
Mike, which urban clothing brand was co-founded by hip-hop mogul Jay-Z?
Fubu?
Fubu is correct. In which Quentin Tarantino film did Uma Thurman play the, quote, deadliest woman in the world with a knife?
I'm assuming it's Kill Bill, both volumes.
It is, but it's a film series. I thought they gave it away.
Oh, did it say film? I didn't even hear the series. So
I didn't say it because
you didn't. I got you. There's only one Tarantino
series. So
arguably they're all in the same universe, but different conversation.
Does it include his episode of CSI? Neither here nor there. Mike, according to Nationwide Insurance, which day is the safest day during the week to drive to work?
Ooh. I'm going to say Tuesday.
Tuesday is a correct answer.
Okay.
1 out of 7 and you pull it. All right.
I figured it probably wasn't Saturday or Sunday.
That's true. In the full name of the military alliance NATO, what does the T stand for?
Treaty.
Treaty is correct. Someone who is naive or gullible is often described as falling off of the what truck? It's a truck full of which root vegetable?
Yeah, I was going to say turnip, so the root vegetable sealed it, yeah.
In the 2003 animated movie Finding Nemo, the good-natured Dory suffers from what problem?
Short-term memory loss.
Short-term memory loss is correct.
That's why my mom chose Dory as her grandmother name. That's what my kids call her.
That's actually cute as hell.
It actually is, yes.
All right, Mike. Starring Jeff Bridges, the 2010 film True Grit is a reworking of a 1969 film that won who their only Oscar?
John Wayne.
John Wayne is correct. Mike, in which of these films does Harrison Ford play a villain? Air Force One, What Lies Beneath, or Witness?
This shows you how much I have forgotten about What Lies Beneath, because that's clearly the only answer here.
It is What Lies Beneath. I think you need to watch the end of that movie again.
Yeah, I just don't remember. I don't remember it.
The name of Oregon's capital city can be found embedded within the name of which Middle Eastern capital city. The name of Oregon's capital city can be found embedded within the name of which Middle Eastern capital city?
Yeah. Embedded. Okay, so Salem is embedded in. Something. Why? I'm trying to. I'm bad with national capital cities. And it's like the first thing that popped in my head was Islamabad, but it's not quite that. It doesn't quite get there. Yeah, I don't know it.
Oh, you're gonna kick yourself, Mike. This is Jerusalem.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Yeah, I wasn't getting there. I was already I mean, even though that's obviously Middle East, but I was already further east than that when I started. Like I'm going through countries, and I'm like, I was already past there. Anyway.
Oh my lord! All right, Mike. Manga Agogo and Super Yumberry are two menu items offered by which of these food chains? Baskin Robbins, Jamba Juice, or Smoothie King?
I'm going to say Jamba Juice.
Jamba Juice is correct. Introduced as the first official indoor ball in 1970, Nerf was originally released by which toy company?
Ooh. Yuck. Hasbro?
Not a bad guess. Parker Brothers, though.
Parker Brothers. Okay.
Which of these characters is from the 1978 film Grease and not the movie Hairspray? Marty Maraschino, Motormouth Mabel, or Alma von Tussle?
Jeez. So I've seen each of these movies exactly once. I'm not one that grew up with either of them. I'm gonna say. Can you read them one more time?
Marty Maraschino, Motormouth Mabel, or Alma von Tussle?
Let's say Motormouth Mabel.
No, Motormouth Mabel is Queen Latifah in Hairspray. This would be Maraschino, like the cherry.
Okay.
You see the movie? It's a really weird snippet from the movie Grease, which is an encapsulation of its time. We're going to move right along.
Indeed.
Okay, Mike, this has come up in Learned League, so see if you can get there.
Oh, God.
The artist Selena has won multiple awards for her performance in which genre of music that references a Texan of Mexican descent?
All I can think of is Chicano.
And unfortunately, not Tejano is what
Tejano. That's I knew it. I knew it had that ano at the end. Yeah.
All right, Mike. A common ailment, dyspepsia, gets its name from the Greek roots meaning bad what?
Bad Pepsi. No, that's not an answer. Dyspepsia. Bad heart.
Oh no, bad digestion.
Okay. It was more.
Dyspepsia is like GERD, right? All right.
Yeah.
My blue collar comedian Dan Whitney is better known by his stage name. What is it?
Larry the Cable Guy.
Get her done. All right.
Trying to.
Which South American desert is one of the driest places on Earth, having never recorded a single drop of rain?
South American. Did you say despot?
Desert.
Okay. My brain heard despot for some reason.
I hope I didn't say despot.
I'm not even kidding. I hope you didn't either. Shoot. I really should know this. I really, really should know this. And but all the desert names that are popping into my head are not South. You said South American, right?
Correct.
Okay.
It is funny that my whole thing is geography is literally just bodies of water, and this has no water whatsoever. Yet still a geography question.
Right. Exactly. I'm not pulling it, and at the risk of naming a wrong desert, I'm just going to pass.
Be the Atacama.
Atacama. That rings a bell. Okay.
Mike, which former New York Ranger enforcer was once an intern at Vogue magazine?
I'm not going to pretend I know enough about hockey to be able to name a former New York Ranger.
Oh, it's Sean Avery.
Oh, I know that name, but I wouldn't have pulled it.
All right, Mike. A popular song at sporting events, the Ramones' Blitzkrieg Bop begins with which chorus?
Hey ho, let's go.
Hey ho, let's go is correct. Not also not too dissimilar from your prom. I was actually going to make a call back to our conversation before the recording.
Oh.
no one on the other end of this microphone would have heard it, and it wouldn't have made any sense.
Exactly.
Right,
I am popping into that coffee stout now, and I'm very much looking forward to it. This is so good.
Oh man, well, we got 33 minutes to go. Let's see if this coffee stout lasts. I am getting to the dregs of my.
Yeah. I knew it had a name. I didn't look it up before this, but it's the Judge Roy Bean coffee stout.
Judge Roy Bean.
Yeah.
When I get to Alabama, I'm gonna need to try
All
that.
right. There you go. Well, it's a special release, so I hope it's still around. Maybe I'll save one for you.
Please do. Actually, I would like to try that. Mike, in the 1930s, a hand crank pasta maker inspired Adolf Ethinger to develop an early form of which office machine?
Pencil sharpener?
Oh, close. Paper shredder.
Oh, okay.
All right. In David Lynch's Twin Peaks, which eccentric soothsayer communicates wisdom through a chunk of ponderosa pine?
So I'm just laughing. The reason I'm laughing is because there is probably a younger generation that has no clue why I referred to a pencil sharpener with a crank. Because I don't even know if they have them. I'm sure they don't have those in school anymore. I never watched Twin Peaks. I'm not going to get this one.
That'd be the log lady, Margaret Lanterman.
Okay.
All right, Mike. In 1881, the infamous gunfight at the OK Corral took place in a city that is now part of which state?
Based on the OK, I'm going to guess Oklahoma?
Oh, no, further
Wyoming.
west, Arizona.
Oh, Arizona. Okay.
Before Barack Obama, who was the last sitting U.S. senator to become president?
Shoot. It goes back a long way if memory serves. Before Obama. To be elected president, was that the
To become president.
To become president. But I mean, orders of succession wouldn't have come into play. Oh, fuck. It doesn't go back that far. John F. Kennedy.
John F. Kennedy is correct.
I for some reason, I thought it went all the way back to the 1800s, so I'm playing around in that territory. I'm like, anyway. No.
When you asked that question, I got a little scared because it says last sitting U.S. senator to become president. So,
yeah, there was no,
succession wouldn't have taken place. All right. Of the 8 planets in our solar system, that's right, I said 8. 2 of them rotate on their axis in retrograde. Name one.
Uranus?
No, Venus and Neptune.
Dang it. Venus was the other one I thought. I didn't think Neptune, though. Okay.
Which sister of an NBA Hall of Famer was a 4-time All-American basketball player at USC and a member of the U.S. Olympic team in 1984?
Sister of the NBA Hall of Famer?
Yep. You can give me just last name if you like.
84. Maybe Jordan had a sister. Jordan.
No, one of Jordan's rivals, though. This would be Cheryl Miller, Reggie Miller's sister.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right, Mike, the United Nations flag depicts a map of the world surrounded by what? By what?
Huh. Yeah, I do not know this. Vexillology, long a weak point of mine. I have a odd blind spot for flags for some reason, or just they don't lodge in my memory. Map of the world surrounded by stars.
Oh, not a bad guess, but given the purpose of the United Nations, it's obviously surrounded by olive branches.
Oh, okay.
All right, Mike. Sarah Silverman, Seth MacFarlane, and Dwayne The Rock Johnson have all appeared on which of these television franchises? CSI, Star Trek, or Sesame Street?
I feel like it's got to be Sesame Street.
No, it's actually Star Trek.
I was between those two. Okay.
All right. Which of these jazz greats was often billed as, quote, the world's greatest trumpeter? Sonny Rollins, John Coltrane, or Louis Armstrong?
Louis Armstrong.
Louis Armstrong is correct. Published by John Gay in 1728, which lowbrow play is considered one of the century's most popular and remains one of the most performed musicals?
Ooh, what was the year?
1728.
I guess that unobtainium was good because I heard 1978. 1728.
I hope I didn't say that.
No, I don't think you did. Can I get a quick reread, please?
I will try. Published by John Gay in 1728, which lowbrow play is considered one of the century's most popular and remains one of the most performed musicals from that century, obviously.
Right. Lowbrow. It's 1700 musicals. Why did I ask for a reread as if I'm going to know this at all? Yeah, I don't. I just don't know it.
It's all right. This would be The Beggar's Opera.
Okay.
Maybe you'll get this one. Which Boston Red Sox slugger got a standing farewell ovation after performing at the 2016 All-Star Game?
David Ortiz.
David Ortiz is correct. Now, if you get this one, I might eat my hat.
Incentive.
In the Winter Olympics, what is the only event that women are not allowed to compete in?
Ooh. Yee. I don't even know if I like this question. There's an event that interesting. I mean, like, even if it was like peeing standing up, I mean, let women compete for fuck's sake. Wow. Yeah. Your hat is safe. I do not know.
This would be an event called ski jumping.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but I am going to look that up later because I've never heard of that before.
I'm like, why are women not allowed to compete?
That I don't know.
Yeah.
I one of those that I wish I had flavor text for, and I just don't right now. So
Yeah.
we're going to move right along. A historic site since 1982, the Bar Bison Hotel, Barbizon, was once a resident for young single women in which U.S. city?
Las Vegas?
New York, actually.
New York. Okay.
George Steinbrenner, the legendary owner of the New York Yankees, made his fortune in which of the following industries? Finance, telecommunications, or shipping?
Oh, shipping.
Shipping is a correct answer. What TV series is set at the offices of a fictional Vogue-like magazine named Mode?
Oh God. Oh my God, what's the name of that show? I don't I don't think it's right, but Veronica's Closet popped into my head.
No, I think you're on the right track. I think you're looking for Ugly Betty.
Ugly Betty. It was a similar type of thing. Yep.
All right. Mike, which famous Da Vinci painting was stolen from the Louvre by an Italian in 1911 who kept it hidden for 2 years?
Mona Lisa?
Mona Lisa is correct. While most mammals are in the pregnancy business, what P monotrim? I know, I'm sorry. This question is really old, so
Platypus.
let me finish the question.
Okay.
Though,
Sorry.
because while most mammals are in the pregnancy business, what P monotrim, ostensibly not a fan of Labor Day, actually lays eggs in lieu of the whole, giving a live birth thing?
Platypus. I was like P monotream, like that's locked in, but great question.
I'm on to my next beer.
Yes, sir.
And here we have this is a wonderful beer. I've had it multiple times before. This is I think my last one. This is the 2 Pump Chump.
It's fitting beer.
Also from Angry Chair. The 2 Pump Chump is a hazelnut coffee porter, which, by the way, coming off of a cookies and cream stout,
Yeah,
a vastly different beer. So I'm going to drink a little bit of water before I get into this. Woo! All right. Mike, HDL and LDL are the good and bad versions of what compound?
Cholesterol?
Cholesterol is correct. Or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb is the extended title of what 1964 film?
Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room. That would be Dr. Strangelove.
Dr. Strangelove is correct. Coined in Gulliver's Travels, what insult originally referred to a race of human savages who were ruled by horses?
Oh, shit. Nincompoop. I don't think it's right.
No, these would be the Yahoos.
The Yahoo. That's right. That's okay.
All right. Who starred as Scott Calvin in the Christmas family comedy film The Santa Claus?
Tim Allen.
That is correct.
I introduced my girls to that this Christmas. They enjoyed it.
Which of these U.S. states is home to the Chocolate Mountains, rumored to contain vast amounts of gold? Would it be Pennsylvania, Colorado, or California?
I mean, I hear rumored to contain vast amounts of gold. I go California.
You did not fall into the trap with chocolate there. California is a correct answer.
I'll be honest. You said Chocolate Mountains, and I went Pennsylvania, and then you said rumored to contain gold, and I went California.
Diets that incorporate the eating habits of people from Greece, Spain, and Italy are fittingly referred to as what type of diets?
Mediterranean?
Mediterranean is correct. Clocking in at over 8 minutes, what psychedelic Beatles track is by far the longest in the group's discography?
I mean, Hey Jude's up there, so I wouldn't say it's by far, but Revolution number 9 is what they're looking for.
Revolution number 9 is correct. Is Hey Jude that long? I thought it was like the 6-minute mark.
I mean, it's like I think it breaks 7. Not by much. Anyway, so it's still by far though. It's over a minute past. Anyway, splitting hairs.
The United States of America is named after a famous what?
Explorer?
Yep, Americo Vespucci.
Yeah. I was just like, I guess he's just an explorer. Like, is that what you would call him?
Due to its low rate of obesity, what state is constantly labeled the skinniest in the U.S.?
I think Colorado is the skinniest.
Yeah, and they won't stop talking about it. That and weed.
Well, they also still won't stop mentioning how many 14ers they've climbed.
I don't think they were high when they did that, though.
Yeah.
Moving
My
right
sister
along.
wasn't.
She doesn't live there anymore,
That's
okay?
true. That's fair.
All right. Known as the Flying Lady, the hood ornament of a Rolls Royce is officially called the Spirit of what?
Oh gosh. I do not know. Aphrodite.
No, it's called the Spirit of Ecstasy.
Ah, okay.
Since 1916, Nathan's annual hot dog eating contest has been held in what historic New York location?
Coney Island.
Coney Island is correct. All the time I've been up there and the amount of time I've spent in that city, I've never been to Coney Island.
I've never been to Coney Island either, but I haven't spent much time up there.
I don't feel like I'm missing much. Moving right along, Matt Lamia will correct me. He's going to come on here and tell me all the great things about Coney Island. All right. Which extremely skimpy denim shorts were named after a character on the TV show The Dukes of Hazzard?
Daisy Dukes.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
Which rarely pure element is created by cooking the mineral known as cinnabar?
So that just makes me think of Cinnabon, and now I'm hungry.
LDL levels are going to be off after that, though.
It's true. Oh, I have heard this. I know this. It's somewhere in there, maybe. But there is no way in holy hell I'm gonna pull it. I wouldn't say. I'm kind of just trying to go through. Am I gonna get there? I don't think so. Yeah, I'm not gonna get there. I'll pull a random element that's wrong, and I will say 10.
Unfortunately not. We're looking for mercury.
Shit. Okay.
Filmed in remote parts of Alaska and Canada, which reality cable television series is set nearest to the Arctic Circle?
Oh, shit. What the hell is the name of that show? It's the one. It's Ice Truck something, I think. There's one with ice trucks, but I don't remember the name. It's Ice Truck something.
Ice Road Truckers is what we're looking for.
Ice Road Truckers. Yep. I was on the right track.
Mike, which infamous feathered ensemble was worn by Bjork and displayed at the Museum of Modern Art in 2015?
The swan dress?
The swan dress is correct. You get that right, but you can't get Ice Road Truckers?
I've watched more of that Oscars than I've watched of Ice Road Truckers.
That's, yeah, it's probably true. All right, Mike. What does a milliner make?
You spell it?
Milliner. A milliner.
I'm assuming the answer is neither mills nor millions. I recognize the term, but I'm not going to pull it. Fabrics.
They work with fabrics. They can get a little bit mad, though. They make hats.
Ah!
And we're back to Mercury. All right.
Indeed.
Which famed arena marked the last live performance by John Lennon?
Oh, first of all, happy unbirthday, speaking of Mad Hatters. Last performance by John Lennon, famed arena, Madison Square Garden.
MSG is correct. I'm not going to lie. After I read that question, my head went back and went, did I say John Madden?
If you did, I didn't notice either.
Bella Swan, later Bella Cullen, is a character in which book and film series?
You mentioned it earlier. Not Interview with the Vampire, Twilight.
Twilight is correct. All right, Mike. Who played the role of Laura, the wife of Rob Petrie, in the Dick Van Dyke Show?
Mary Tyler Moore.
MTM, Mary Tyler Moore is correct.
That's not going to catch on. No one calls her that.
I don't think she's still around. I think she passed, right?
I think she might have too, actually, yeah.
Dick Van Dyke, though, did evacuate, and he was not happy about it for the
I'm
fire.
sure he wasn't.
There's a video of it out there if you haven't seen it. But all right, we're gonna move right along here. What naval vessel shares its name with a popular game that comes pre-installed on Windows computers?
Minesweeper?
Minesweeper. You are a whiz at that, Mike. You could play for days. All right, which of these stunning national landmarks inspired the composition of America the Beautiful? The Grand Canyon, the Badlands, or Pikes Peak?
Beautiful, spacious skies, amber waves of grain, purple mountains majesty. I'm going to say Pikes Peak.
Pikes Peak is correct. Something else people in Colorado won't shut up about. Actually, can't lie. One of the prettiest things I've ever done is drive up Pikes Peak. It's wonderful.
It is beautiful for sure.
Because he, quote, unconsciously plagiarized it, what artist shares his Forever Young royalties with Bob Dylan?
Rod Stewart?
Rod Stewart's correct.
Interesting. That's kind of funny.
After the Vatican City, what is the next smallest country in the world? It's also the country with the shortest coastline.
Monaco?
The set of Iron Man 2 are part of it. Monaco is a correct answer. It's where he met Elon Musk.
That's right. God.
Things that have aged well.
Yeah, right.
All right, Mike. Moving right along here. The center of the human body is found in which of these body parts? The belly button, the nipples, or the rib cage?
Rib cage?
Belly button, actually.
It is. Okay.
All right. Which beer, oddly politicized now, did Barack Obama drink at the 2009 Beer Summit with participants of a racial profiling incident in Cambridge, Massachusetts?
I'm guessing based on the cluing Bud Light.
Bud Light is correct. Mike, you and Barack Obama share something in common. You once choked your way through a Bud Light.
It's truth.
All right. In his hit 1983 song, Elton John ponders, quote, I guess that's why they call it what?
The blues. Time on my hands. Could be time spent. I'll stop singing now.
I gave you the point already. I'm going to take it back, though. You're losing that point. Don't ever do that to me again. All right. In which sport do the participants wear a lame, a plastron, and a mask?
Fencing?
Fencing is correct. In a 2011 lottery drawing, 41,763 people each won $150 by playing mysterious numbers featured on what television show?
Lost?
Lost is correct. How pissed would you be?
Oh, I know. That's pretty awesome, though.
A fixture in urban settings, Columba livia is the scientific name for what type of bird? Columba livia.
Pigeons?
Pigeons is correct.
There's pigeons down on Market Square.
Kissing to be clever, Color by Numbers, and Waking Up with the House of Fire were albums by which popular 80s group?
Get those album names again? Just the names.
Kissing to be Clever, Color by Numbers, and color is spelled Colour, and Waking Up with the House on Fire.
Duran Duran?
Oh no, it's Culture Club.
Culture Club, okay.
All right. Which comedian, known for her Tarzan Yodel, received a Lifetime Achievement Award from Tina Fey and Amy Poehler at the 2016 SAG Awards?
That'd be Carol Burnett.
It's an audio medium.
I know it's an audio medium and nobody could see me tug my ear, but nonetheless.
It was wonderful. All right. Giving her a radiant halo called Oriole, how many rays shoot out from the Statue of Liberty's crown?
Oh, things you feel like you should know, and yet I don't think it's right, but I'm going to say 13.
No, it's 7, actually.
7. Yeah, I didn't think it was that many, but I was like, maybe it was because of the colonies.
During his Oscars acceptance speech, director James Cameron asked for a moment of silence to honor the victims of what?
The Titanic crash?
Titanic is correct. Annoying to some while fun for others, the name game is a children's rhyming game also known as what? I hate this, by the way.
The name game is known as another thing. Banana Fana Faux Fana?
Oh, close. It's just called the Banana Song.
Who calls it the Banana Song?
YouTube Kids.
All right. Wait. Never mind. Go ahead.
Don't. All right, Mike, which 3 nations comprise what President George W. Bush called the axis of evil?
Oh, man. I remember this. Iraq, Iran, and North Korea.
Iraq, Iran, and North Korea. All correct answers.
Yeah.
All right, let's do a quick time check. 8 minutes left, Mike.
But by the way, that was a really awkward speech to watch with a friend of mine who was Iranian.
Yeah, I bet.
Anyway.
Before becoming a supermodel, which woman attended the University of Nairobi?
Naomi Campbell?
No, this would be a supermodel by the name of Aman.
Oh, Iman. Mrs. David Bowie. Interesting.
A Dugite is a venomous and potentially. Okay, sorry. So I have as instead of is, and it threw me off.
Oh, gotcha.
A Dugite is a venomous and potentially lethal snake native to what country?
What country? I'm just picturing it doing the Dougie right now. It'd be really funny if it was like Denmark or something like that. I'm going to say Egypt.
Not a bad guess, but whenever it comes to really scary shit, we always go Australia.
Australia, of course.
All right. Moving right along. Jeremy Piven's character on TV's Entourage is said to be modeled after what politician's brother?
Rahm Emanuel?
Rahm Emanuel is correct. Yeah. Nicely done.
Yeah. Had that was locked and loaded somewhere the way back there. All right.
Which author, whose reoccurring character is a Harvard symbologist, cures writer's block by hanging upside down in gravity boots?
Now I'm just picturing Dan Brown as like Bruce Wayne from Batman when she wakes up and he's hanging upside down. Dan Brown, though.
Dan Brown is correct. Including its main thoroughfare, what southern city has over 100 streets named after a signature fruit?
We got to be talking about peaches in Atlanta.
Peaches in Atlanta is correct. Made by heating natural clays, burnt umber is a shade of what color?
Orange?
No, brown.
Just actually. Brown. I overthought it. I thought brown, and then I was like, well, it's kind of orangey. Yeah, anyway.
All right. Isaiah Mustafa plays the man your man could smell like in a surreal series of ads for what product?
That's who that is. I was like, I knew that name. Why do I know that name? Old Spice.
I'm on a horse. Old Spice is correct. I love those commercials.
Oh, man, they were
look
great.
Look at your man. Now look at me. All right. Displayed on all their farming equipment, what are the trademark colors of John Deere?
Green and yellow?
Green and yellow, green and yellow. That is correct. All right. Hold on. Just lost my spot.
Very good.
What legendary musician was known for his love of fried peanut butter and banana sandwiches?
Elvis Presley.
The king has left the building. Elvis is correct. Moving along here, Mike. In figure skating, which crowd pleasing maneuver requires two skaters? Is it be a triple axel, a death spiral, or a Salchow jump?
Death Spiral.
Death spiral is correct. Do I want to know how you know that?
I just know that the other two are things that can be done by a single figure skater, so I process of elimination.
What is the proper spelling of a mythological being known for shapeshifting, often under a full moon?
WEREWOLF.
Werewolf spelled that way is a correct answer. Mike, possibly aided by Kate Middleton's notable use of them, what leg wear was said to be making a comeback after the royal wedding?
Not well versed in royal weddings. What leg wear? I do not know. Leg warmers.
No, a little simple, more simple than that. This should be nude pantyhose.
Oh, okay. Cool.
All right. What is the name for the common? What is the common name for the decompression sickness, the scuba diving related injury that happens when gases expand in the body?
My baby's got the bends.
The bends is a correct answer.
Sorry, Radiohead moment.
Uttar Pradesh state fought smog and set a world record by planting almost 50 million trees in 24 hours. What country is it located in?
Oh my god. I always get this mixed up with Ulaanbaatar. Uttar Pradesh is Bangladesh?
Oh, it's India.
It is okay. Right area. Ish.
All right, Mike, the Notable Names Database, or NNDB.com, lists which historic woman's job experience as, quote, cake proponent.
Marie Antoinette.
Marie Antoinette is correct.
Took me a second. God.
I don't think I wrote that question. I wish I could take credit for it.
That's beautiful.
All right. Mostly covered in dessert and prone to droughts. Wow. Nope. That word is spelled incorrectly.
Well, you're still thinking of cakes. It's fine.
Mostly covered in desert and prone to droughts. What country does the word What country does the word for rain also mean blessing?
Ooh, okay. Tunisia.
Not a bad guess. Botswana is what we're looking for.
Okay.
The U.S. tested its first atomic bomb in 1945. In which U.S. state?
New Mexico.
New Mexico is correct. I believe it's Alamogordo. Is that right?
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it sounds something like that. All right, Mike. Which of these is not an actual comic book superhero? The Green Lantern, the Green Hornet, or the Green Hammer?
The Green Hammer.
Green Hammer is correct. Captain Hammer, though, I'd make the argument for.
Not green.
Captain Hammer's here, hair blowing in the breeze. Day needs my saving expertise. All right. What is the three-letter abbreviation for a food product that has been altered at the genetic level?
GMO.
GMO is the correct answer. What imported beer brand is available in Bugle, Beugel bottles, notable for their resealable swing top caps?
I feel like there's a lot of beers that fall under this. In particular, though, I guess I'll say Stella Artois.
No, Grolsch is what I have here. I
Grolsch.
don't.
Okay.
The Stella, the ones I've always seen are one-time use Prioff caps. Or not.
Yeah, they probably are. I thought maybe there was like a Stella that had the pop top.
But Mike, you made it through a full hour of the hot seat, man. Nicely done.
Wanted to go out on a get though. It's funny.
We're gonna go out on a get though. Hold on, we're gonna go one more because I do owe you a question.
Okay.
I did mess up one earlier in the recording. Whether or not that's in the final recording, I don't know. We'll see if Jacob leaves it in.
Right,
But,
exactly.
Mike, as seen in countless movie plots, what government agency oversees the Witness Protection Program?
Shit, which government agency is the Witness Protection Program? Is the FBI?
No, it's the U.S. Marshal's Office.
Oh, okay.
So you're not going to go out on a high note.
Still go out on a win. That's fine.
All right, Mike, that's your first time going through the Ultimate Hot Seat Challenge. I'm not going to lie. It's a pain in the neck to do it to read them for an hour.
I bet it is. Yeah.
How'd you feel answering though?
It was funny. It felt like I got off to a really, really good start. And then it's very similar. So as you know, I did the original hot seat a couple times, and I always I was the very first one to try it when we first introduced it. And I made the vow, like, even though you allowed a timeout, I wasn't going to take it. So that wasn't necessarily a factor, but it had that same sort of thing of when you hit that lull of you've missed about 2 or 3 questions, you start doubting everything. Like after you get in that streak of I've missed a few, you second guess yourself on everything, and you start missing a couple that you're like, shit, I would have known that, but I went out. Your brain stops working after a certain point. It does sort of turn to mush. I hope it's entertaining for other folks listening to it. I try to crack jokes here and there because it's a lot of questions, and I'm sure especially when it's a question that right off the bat, and you hear me sitting here going, I don't know, like you're just sitting here screaming. I hope you're screaming at me in your car or wherever you listen to, and jump on our Discord and tell me straight to my face, my virtual face, that I'm an idiot, because I relish that. But it was still fun. I love trivia, so a barrage of trivia questions is right up my alley.
Well, Mike, over 60 minutes, you amassed 95 correct answers, roughly.
That's not bad.
So,
out of how many questions?
140-ish.
Oh, okay, that's decent. That's a decent percentage.
You were at the beginning, like the first 40 or so questions. I looked down, and you were some crazy like 32 and 8.
I felt like I started really good, and then once I hit that lull, it was like felt like around the 20-minute mark ish. I was just like, ugh.
Once you're at the point where I was looking down, going, "Oh my god, with this many questions, I only vetted so many."
Yeah,
that I got nervous. But, oh lordy, that was actually a lot of fun, my friend.
Absolutely,
we haven't had like a one-on-one episode in a while.
It actually has been a long time for sure.
But nicely done. You know what? If you enjoy the antics that we get up to here on the Pub Trivia Experience and you want to support the show, head on over to patreon.com/PTEBB. That's your home of all of the bonus content for the PTE network. It's all right there. Thank you for your continued support. For those that listen, you leave us a 5-star rating, write us a review, all that fun stuff. But Mike called it out earlier. We want you to interact with us. We want to hear from you.
Absolutely.
The best way to do that is Discord, where we spend way more time than we want to tell our bosses we spend. Like, we're not going to admit that we're on there at work, but we are a lot. It's between us, guys. It's between us. All right. You've heard enough from me. For the Pub Trivia Experience, I have been Chris.
And I've been Mike.
We'll see you next time. Until then, have a good one.